Hi there, that's right. Guess who? That's right, Nick Dutch back on the camera yet again, on for another delightful tarot reading. Now, we got an inquiry today which is a love and relationships inquiry, which is quite a common question which is asked of me as a tarot reader. And this individual is curious about her relationship with this one other individual and wants to make sure that there is still love there and they're basically going to get back together again. So let's just have a quick look. Obviously there's been a bit of a problem within your relationship recently, and we'll just have to see how this is going to work out with the passage of time in accordance with what the reading says. The YouTube user's channel is Killer of Poo, which I thought was another delightful comedy YouTube channel name, but never mind. Let's see what Killer of Poo's reading is going to be like today. Just a sec. Obviously I've shuffled the cards very thoroughly, so we'll see what kind of message we've got here. Alright, okay. How shall I describe this to you? Obviously I've got a message here, I've got a story which has evolved, and so now I've got to communicate that message to you. First and foremost, the energies and the forces between you, the thing which defines the relationship. There is love there, but there's also an awful lot of problems. This card here is sometimes called debauch, which essentially means a bit too much of. Alright, so maybe there's been a bit too much in the way of emotions or thoughts or feelings, or maybe there's been a bit of an inability to cope with some of the things that's been going on between the two of you. So that is something to think about. It's more a question of when you're communicating, what do you say, how do you say it, how do you interact with this person, is the quantity and quality of time that you spend together geared towards this other person's needs and matters of that issue. But it's still a cup sign, it's still a sign suggesting that there is still a feeling of love there. So it appears to me, just basically on the basis of your question and this sense of the forces between you, that there is still some love there, but it's also a relationship which is troubled. Maybe there's some kind of logistical difficulty stopping you from getting together. Maybe it's just a question of character issue, or maybe it's something a little more extreme, difficult to say. On her side of things towards yourself, that's the kind of signs we've got there. Very strong sense of a love bond with you, and I mean very, very strong. But there's also this feeling here of trying to do things in the right way, victory or some variety of moral virtue. This is someone who's going through some kind of serious conflict in other areas of life. I feel there's some blaming going on, and you're being, emotionally accused of some things which maybe you're not actually capable of doing. So there is some misunderstandings going on many different levels here, okay? On your side of the reading, well, you're feeling the struggle and strife as is shown here, but there's also a desire to actually create a really good quality, stable relationship. The variety of love you've got for this individual is in fact very stable, very down to earth when you put your mind to it. But something tells me you're not quite putting your mind to it at the moment, so there are some other issues going on. Now, as far as is this person going to come back into your life, okay? Let's see what the reading says. Short term, mid term, long term, as is traditional. Your short term future signs. Conflict. You're going to have communication again, but you can expect there's still more negativity to come. Expect that, just accept that, and see that as being part of the way that things are at the moment. That's anything up to 3 months from today's date. I only ever give pessimistic time frames, so essentially that could just be a shorter term future issue, okay? Your mid-term future, problems getting resolved, a sense of happiness, a sense of joy, a sense of bringing back the loving connection. If we compare and contrast the symbols we've got for your mid-term future signs and the energies which surround the relationship in the here and now, you can see there's a big difference. We've got this kind of like a murky colour imagery, this sense of restriction, this sense of things being a bit too much. But whereas here, it's more a question of a purer level of happiness and calm, still within the same suit, still within the same energy of cups, alright? And that's talking about love, that's talking about care and compassion, and the ability to overcome things, alright? So essentially, you've got some good stuff there. Well, your long-term future sign is looking quite passionate, but obviously to get to that stage, you've got to work out from your own point of view what it is that you may have been doing that's not quite in accordance with the goals of the relationship, and try and get through the challenges that are going to be set down for you within the short-term future. It's not over yet, and this is an individual who's got some positive emotions for you, and you've got, you got some troubles to go through first. My recommendation is be diplomatic, be very diplomatic, but also know that there's some potential for you. Bid you good fortune, God and or Goddess, and on none of the above bless. Request your readings by private message, and don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and share. Alright? Speak to you soon. Bye for now.